Eccoci qua. Ho già approntato tutto, ho già approntato e sistemato tutto. Probabilmente ci sarà solo da alzare un pochettino il volume, però ci siamo. Però ci siamo. Siamo giunti alla visione di questa live che purtroppo non sono riuscita a vedere live, insomma. Però vabbè, non fa niente. Gli spoiler li ho evitati come la morte, quindi ci sono riuscita. La live dura 39 minuti, 5 sono di starting, quindi alla fine sono 34 minuti di live. La live non live, esatto. E niente, raga, la vediamo e vediamo che cosa ci ha riservato la hoyoverse. Ok? Siamo pronti? Ci skippiamo i 5 minuti però magari. Che dite? Vai. Datemi feedback sull'audio, signori. Raga, già avevo letto This program is sponsored by Lady Gaga. Avevo già letto questo io. Sì, sì, l'ho riscattati i codici. Grazie Grimson, sì, sì, l'ho riscattati, ho riscattato tutto. Comunque avevo già letto Lady Gaga, quindi già non ci siamo, già partiamo con il piede sbagliatissimo. Perfetto, ok. Perfetto. Mamma mia. No, bambino. Oddio, lui. Madonna. Quanto è bella! Che cavolo! Fermate l'internet. Fermate tutto. Fermate tutto. Ma che c'è modo e modo però, eh. Daneng. Daneng, ma qua c'è un altro problema. Oddio, aspettate. Non so dove guardare, signori. Non lo so. Cioè, oddio. Cioè, oddio. Cioè, oddio. Rivediamo. Mado- Madonna. 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 Oddio. Oddio, ma quanto è piccola lei! Oddio, è stupenda, Siren! Maneng! Ma che trailer è, raga? Ma che thriller è, porco due? Cioè, io shocked. Bellissimo! Madonna! Ma Daneng, raga, meno male che è morto a sto punto, scusate, ci abbiamo guadagnato. Ma che fa? Come il vino, più invecchia più diventa bello. Tutte le volte che muore torna più bello di prima. Vabbè, schippiamo il codice magari. Ah, ok.
Not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is the Honkai Star Rail version 3.5 special program. I'm your host, Albert.
Oddio, vi prego, raga, CERYDRA è stupenda.
All renowned figures. So, let's give them a warm welcome.
No need for formalities, dear subjects. The masses have given me many titles, but here, feel free to call me by my name, CERYDRA.
I'm Herda. No need for further introductions.
Greetings, dear viewers. I am Screwlum. It's a pleasure to meet you all again.
Once again, a warm welcome to you all. Ooh, oh, Albert is so honored. Not only do we have the peerless gem, unrivaled genius, and inimitable beauty on our show, we've also got a genius symbolizing mechanical aesthetics, humanistic charm, and elegant precision. And even Her Imperial Majesty has graced us with her presence.
If you keep going on like this, Dux Blabator, the audience is going to walk out.
Dux Blabator! Your Imperial Majesty, if I may be so bold, letting the audience know about our important guest is crucial. This is not idle chatter.
Owlbert, just get to the point, okay?
Since this is what our guests unanimously requested, as we enter version 3.5, the second half of the Amphorian story will officially begin.
La seconda parte della storia di Amphoreus.
Familiar friends in a completely new light.
Indeed.
Cioè, non ho capito, quindi non era finita la storia di Amphoreus.
We also caught glimpses of Lady CERYDRA.
Ah, beh, no,
and
era
Lady
rimasta in
HYSILENS
sospeso
in that trailer.
con cosa?
Miss March
Siren.
7th and Mr. Dan Hung have also undergone quite significant changes.
And that one with pink hair, she looks a lot like that girl named
Siren.
Cyrene? Was that her
Sairini.
new form?
Perché
I'll
Sairini?
keep that under wraps for
Brutto.
now. But what I can tell you is that this renewed journey is about to ascend to a higher dimension. At the place where three paths intertwine, a battle of paths that will determine the safety of the cosmos has begun. In version 3.4 story, the Trailblazer made a promise with Finan and took up the mantle of Deliverer. Meanwhile, Finan went to confront Nanook with the most blazing fury.
We now know that
giusto,
Amphorius
Finan
was a
deve
testing
confrontare
ground
Nanook.
for the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb to self-extrapolate and grow, while Finan and Cyrene accumulated power through 30 million eternal recurrences to delay the moment of Iron Tomb's true completion.
Even though human strength remains insignificant before the eons, human will shall never be mere pawns for the gods to manipulate at their whim. The fury of 400 million core flames brought forth a destruction as brilliant as a solar flare. Finan's efforts have once again interrupted the progress of Iron Tomb, and at the beginning of version 3.5, we'll discover that even the spread of the Black Tide has been halted.
Oh, so that too was the work of the Deliverer. Finan. I'll remember that name.
But back to the matter at hand. The weight of the world rests on that little one's shoulders, and saving Amphorius remains an unavoidable conundrum.
Before saving the world, there's one more preparation we need to make. The Scepter has an extremely strict autonomous protocol, restricting even its administrator. According to my and Madame Herta's speculation, this ultimate protocol goes by another name in Amphorius. The Law Titan, Talanton.
Exactly!
Talanton.
So if we can master the authority of law before the Era Nova is complete, we can find a new breakthrough and turn the tables in our favor.
According to Amphorian history, the core flame of law was returned a millennium ago. The Trailblazers' mission is therefore clear. Anchor to a time before the core flames return. Travel back to the past and claim the core flame.
Non ho
In
idea
version
di quando
3.5's
esce la
Trailblaze
versione.
mission, the Trailblazer will journey alongside Cyrene to
Non lo
Akama
so.
from 1,000 years ago in a new
Ah, il 13
cycle of
agosto.
eternal
Ok,
recurrence. That was
Buono.
also the era when Aglaya's predecessors still held power. The bear of the Law Core Flame and Empress of Akama, the Imperator CERYDRA.
Then, you are all targeting me? What makes you so sure
Com'è
I will
carina
cooperate
lei.
with the Trailblazer without any reservations?
I wouldn't say
Tutto
they're
bene,
targeting
Idi,
you.
grazie. Tu
Someone
come
as
stai?
brilliant and mighty as yourself surely understands that the Trailblazer is working towards a brighter future for Amphorius. In version 3.5, the Trailblazer will not only
Ciao,
meet the
Panda.
Knight Commander HYSILENS and Imperator CERYDRA while revisiting the past, but they'll also encounter Tribi and Aglaya from a millennium ago. We hope you're looking forward to this first meeting and reunion.
I believe the Trailblazer will win everyone's trust with their sincerity, as always.
Moreover, in version 3.5, we'll get to see another side of Sixia as the city of infinite revelry. Legend has it that in the coastal city-state, encircled by rainbows and ocean currents, the festivities
Che
never cease.
bella.
People indulge in endlessly refilled honey brews while music flows without pause through every hour of the day.
Sì,
But
ti
those
prego.
residents in the city don't look too friendly, do they?
Che
Better watch
bello.
out.
Don't be so quick to celebrate, and don't think you can just brush this off. This involves the core flame of law.
Sì, anch'io ho
Do
urlato.
you really think it'll be that easy?
Bellissima quella
Indeed.
mappa, raga.
Since it concerns the
Bellissima.
ultimate protocol, that old Intellitron will definitely pay extra attention. He's very likely to step in and personally intervene.
That is no longer just a possibility. The Theoros Ligus has recently arrived at the Holy City and already sought an audience with me. As for what he said, it was interesting, to say the least.
Going from an observer to an interventionist is quite the unusual shift. While it shows his plans have been seriously impacted and need urgent revision, it also means the Trailblazer will face even tougher challenges ahead.
Ah, perché
Something's
andiamo
off.
nel passato,
If
ok,
he's
ha
just a regular
senso.
administrator, this level of dedication is way over the top. Who could this old Intellitron really be?
Maybe Ligus's true identity and motives will surface as we continue to clash with him. Besides, even when facing higher dimensional opponents, we have reliable allies who can lend us a hand. In version 3.5, both the geniuses Herda and Skrullum will become more deeply involved in Amphorius. And with them, our hand in this game grows even stronger. To add another layer of assurance to our journey, Albert here has gathered some intel about Ligus to share with everyone. Let's check it out. During combat, Ligus will switch between two different forms. In his first form, he can generate Titankin for
Questo è
combat
il
while
nuovo
also applying special
boss.
effects to our allied characters. Characters affected by this special effect will have their ultimates activated, but using an ultimate during this effect will cost massive HP.
Ah, minchia,
When the
porco
total number
due.
of allies and enemies that appear on the field reaches a certain amount, Ligus will enter his second form. In this second form, black tide creatures will continuously spawn, and Ligus will modify these monsters' parameters to greatly increase their threat level. During this phase, he will continuously enhance his ultimate as time passes. When using the ultimate, Ligus will deal massive distributed damage to all allies.
Oh? Is there any key information to help solve this puzzle?
Of course! If you can make a certain number of allies and enemies leave the field during his second form, it'll accelerate Ligus' switch back to his first form, reducing the threat of his ultimate.
Logic. We need to quickly eliminate black tide creatures to reduce the threat and improve our chances of victory.
Ok.
Though it's still unclear why we must directly confront the Theoros, knowing your enemy is half the battle. Dux Avis Snoopius, your intel work is impressive.
Oh, thank you for your praise, Your Imperial Majesty. All right, let's take a short break for now, and when we come back, I've got more intel about our two Chrysos Heirs seniors.
Vabbè, c'è l'altro codice, ok, ci sta. Ok. Com'è bella lei. Madonna, mi piace un botto però. Vabbè. Per me è completamente inutile. Bellissima. Mamma mia.
Hey! Why is the studio leaking?
Dux Plumpus, if this is your idea of entertainment,
Stupenda lei.
it's pretty
Stupenda.
underwhelming.
Dramatic, I got this. Hey!
Thank you,
Peccato
Mr.
che non mi è
Albert, for
utile
your
in
quick
nessun
thinking.
modo.
Finally back to normal. Hey, director! This studio needs fixing. What kind of waterproofing is this? Sorry for the embarrassing display, folks. We're on a tight budget here, so
È
please
troppo
bear
bella
with us.
Flozo, veramente.
Alright, go
Lei sta
find
nel team
Dux
Dot.
Goldweaver and have her allocate some repair
Quindi
funds.
Kafka, Black Swan.
Thank you for your gracious gift, Your Imperial Majesty.
Come to think of it,
Sta gente
this
qua
HYSILENS looks quite different
che fa
from
danno di
regular
Dot.
humans. She's got scales, and her belly seems to be transparent.
That's right. HYSILENS is the most powerful and beautiful sea siren princess born to Fagusa,
No,
the
vi
ocean
prego,
titan.
raga, no, non
She
la
grew up
chiamate
in the
Siren
embrace of the
Princess
ocean.
perché la pullo.
I see.
Zitti.
But why
Zitti.
did this beautiful sea siren
No,
come
no, no,
ashore?
no,
And-
no.
And how did she end up becoming the Knight Commander of the Holy City?
Although the black tide hasn't spread in this cycle, it still surges in the darkest bowels of the world.
Ciao Ivi.
In other words, the ocean. Fagusa promised the sea sirens that after repelling the black tide, they would throw them an endless feast on land. But in the end, Fagusa fell into silence, and the sea sirens were decimated in the war, leaving HYSILENS as the sole survivor.
HYSILENS si
When I
pronuncia.
first met
Ok.
her, HYSILENS was in a complete daze. Her power could scatter armies, yet she no longer knew whom her blade served.
A tragic past. Sounds like prime protagonist material for a novel. Then what happened?
Since that is the case, I will point the way. If she yearns for revelry, I will see it done. All I ask is for her unwavering loyalty, to stand as my sword and banner, and mine alone.
I see. So Lady CERYDRA
Ciao,
became Lady
Nefir, buonasera.
HYSILENS' light.
But can she adapt to life on land as a sea siren?
She did struggle a bit at first, but now she's got the hang of it. She also gained the friendship of my other loyal subjects, such as the previously mentioned Dux Goldweaver, Aglaia.
But rumor has it that HYSILENS has
Stupenda
never been seen together with
HYSILENS,
little Cypher.
bellissima.
They say she deliberately avoids any occasions where Dolus's little kitty is present.
It's only natural for a fish to avoid a cat.
Now then, let's see how Miss HYSILENS performs in combat.
As my sword and banner, she fears no combat. When she uses her basic attack, skill, or ultimate in combat,
Ok.
there's a chance to inflict random types of DOT debuffs on enemies.
It seems Lady HYSILENS is a perfect match for characters who specialize in DOT
Infatti
effects.
Kafka,
That's right.
Black
When
Swan.
using her skill, HYSILENS increases damage taken by all enemies and deals damage. When using her ultimate, HYSILENS creates a zone on the field and deals damage to all enemies.
Sunlight pours into the shimmering sea, where graceful fish dance in the water. Such is the breathtaking beauty befitting of a sea siren princess.
Che
That's my
bella.
most beautiful sword. But for enemies, such beauty means deadly danger. Enemies in the zone will have reduced defense and take additional physical DOT from HYSILENS whenever they take DOT damage.
Ooh, nothing beats the thrill of a new turn and a screen full
Però
of
non mi
numbers
piace tanto
flying
il
out the enemy.
team, cioè il Dot proprio come stile di gioco.
After all,
Quindi,
Kafka's frequency
niente,
of dealing
Rick.
DOT damage is super frequent now.
Oh.
After using the technique, HYSILENS summons a special dimension that automatically moves forward. Enemies within this dimension will not initiate attacks. When HYSILENS actively attacks affected enemies to enter combat, her talent's effect will trigger multiple times, randomly applying DOT debuffs to the enemies.
I just noticed.
Vabbè, però è figa, cioè, indipendentemente...
Let the enemies slumber within the symphony. For the waves stirred by the Dux Gladiorum's melody
No, ma infatti
are
no,
as
raga.
graceful as they are deadly.
Thank you for the introduction. And now, let us get to know her better. The great ruler who reigned over an age, CERYDRA.
Ah, lei è bellissima. Lei mi piace un botto. Però pure lei... Pure lei penso che la prendo alla rerun. Perché adesso devo assolutamente puntare a un altro DPS per il secondo team.
CERYDRA,
Bella
the
lei.
great
Lei è molto
Emperor,
bella.
Supreme Commander of the Holy City, initiator of the first Flame Chase Journey, bearer of Lost Core Flame, and the key figure in the plan to seize Amphoris's administrative privileges.
Though I am absolutely a monarch, I need no songs of praise. Sweet words are but the daggers of cowards. If you're so eager to play the jester, why not just shut your beak and be the Imperator's pawn instead?
Povero Albert.
Your way of doing things is quite intimidating. I wonder, what do people usually say about you?
Ambitious and ruthlessly cruel.
The Imperator never
ma io
fears
pure mi sa che la
controversy,
schippo, raga.
nor would she act for the sake of praise. I studied chess since childhood. On the board, only one rule matters. Win. I will stop at nothing and pay any price to achieve my goals.
Oh, what exactly do you mean by any price?
It means I won't hesitate, even if victory costs me my king piece. The only thing I want is that sweet checkmate at the end game.
I remember that Aglaia was being trained as the Imperator's successor. That kind of pressure must be immense.
Such pressure is nothing for the Imperator's successor.
Ma le servirà
That
anche la
girl's
Lightcon?
tenacity is second to none.
Looks like convincing the Imperator to cooperate will be quite a challenge for the Trailblazer. Could Mr. Albert share some more information to help improve the Trailblazer's chances?
I, Albert, do have some juicy stories about the monarch. For instance, although she was known as the first and last monarch of Akama, she actually came from a city-state that worshipped Lantern.
Born in a foreign land, yet ruling over Akama.
Let me see what records we have here. During the first siege of Akama, the city was breached and faced a devastating crisis. At that time, it was CERYDRA who led her army to
No, a me piace
ensure
un botto
Akama's
a livello di
safety,
design.
sparing the citizens from the ravages of war. Since then, she's been revered as its sovereign ruler.
Niente, a me comunque piacciono tutti i personaggi che hanno le palette coi colori freddi. Ho notato questo dettaglio. Ho notato questo schema di me.
That's why she decided to embark on the flame chase. When dealing with her, the Trailblazer might
Ciao,
want to
Lucy,
approach the
buonasera.
conversation by discussing the future of Amphorius. And how would this monarch handle herself when facing enemies? Would you care to enlighten us, your Imperial Majesty?
I certainly can. As I mentioned before, I've studied chess since childhood, and the extrapolation of chess positions is
Tanta
my way
bellina.
of waging war. My skill
Oddio,
can
è
grant special
nanissima.
buffs to one designated ally
Ah,
character.
come sei bella.
When the buffed
Stupenda.
character uses their basic attack or skill, they'll help me accumulate charge to level up this special buff.
Ok.
After leveling up, the special buff allows the character to duplicate their skill once when using it against enemies.
So the same skill can hit twice.
Ah,
That's
capirai. Certo, per
Besides
fai
normal
non è best in
skills,
slot.
some special enhanced skills can also be duplicated.
Take a look. Try this
ovvio.
enhanced skill, which requires accumulating 4 stacks of stars,
Esatto.
can be used twice.
In other words, when paired with Professor Anaxagoras, both his skill and extra skill can trigger again.
Sink into insanity.
Minchia.
Straight to the soul.
Diventa un
When
cannone,
I use
Anax.
my ultimate, I'll build up charge and deal damage to all enemies.
Now that's battlefield control. It's
Bellissima.
true that everything is like a game of chess. All about planning and strategy.
Also, when I use my technique, the character who triggers combat will receive the special buff at the start of the next battle. Keep this in mind when planning your battle strategy.
With such a
Bella,
far-sighted
raga,
commander leading our
stupenda.
battles, who wouldn't want to serve under Her Majesty the Empress?
Naturally,
Il kit è
mediocrity
bellissimo.
has no place on the throne. The one who shall lead all of Amphorius can only be, and must be, me.
However, after experiencing CERYDRA's story in version 3.5, you might discover that there's more than meets the eye behind this cold imperator. Stay tuned! Now let's take a look at the version 3.5 banners. In version 3.5's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character HYSILENS. Limited 5-star light cone, Why Does the Ocean Sing, will have a boosted drop rate. In the first half, the limited 5-star character, Kafka, is returning! And at the same time, the limited 5-star light cone, Patience Is All You Need, will become available once again. In version 3.5 second half warp event, Trailblazers can
CERYDRA viene in
acquire
fase
the
2.
limited 5-star character CERYDRA. The limited 5-star light cone, Epoch etched in golden blood, will have a boosted drop
Ciao
rate.
Giuseppe,
In
buonasera.
the second half, the limited 5-star
Ah, ok,
character,
fanno rerun di Kafka e
Silverwolf is returning.
Silverwolf.
But at the same
Vabbè,
time,
ci sta.
limited 5-star light
Ci sta.
cone, Incessant
Con i
Rain
Silence,
will
ci
become
sta. Ai Silence
available
ci
once
sta.
again. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more
Ci sta.
joy.
Ma devo resistere per forza, raga.
Calendar 3950.
Cavalieri, ma grazie per i 3 mesi, bentornato. Bentornato, grazie per aver riempito la betta, la ranocchietta già di una sub. Grazie mille, bentornato. Scherzo, ovviamente grazie per il supporto, tesoro, e sempre viva il Pipo, sempre viva il Pipo.
CERYDRA returns triumphant from vanquishing the Black Tide. Victory belongs to every citizen, and even more reassuring than the mighty
Vabbè, ma che fanno rerannare quelle due ci stava, raga, col fatto del dot. Ma si è messa i libri sotto al culo perché è troppo bassa. No, vabbè, l'amo.
Light calendar 3959. The Imperator shall crown her great new endeavor in her name. A library or a city-state? The answer will soon be revealed.
This will be the greatest salad ever.
Let's add some fish, too.
As you command.
Ciao, cavaliere.
The Flame Chase Army's undefeated record was thanks to the Imperator's strategies. One afternoon in Light Calendar 3960, we were fortunate enough to witness.
Checkmate.
Why can your chess pieces fly?
Behold my new Dromus
Ma stanno in
Legion.
acqua.
How do you like
Che
them, my dear
carine.
subject?
Ti prego.
Welcome back! Now that we're halfway through the feast, it's time to grab some food and fill those bellies. In version 3.5, the Chrysos Maze
Oddio,
Grand Restaurant
ma quelli sono
will make its
piccoli
debut.
mem.
During this event, Trailblazers will team up with Chrysos heirs to run a restaurant in ID's Elysia.
Oddio, amo sti
Running a
eventi io,
restaurant
raga.
with the Chrysos heirs? That sounds familiar. Where have I seen that before?
Weren't we supposed to save the world? What's all this about opening a restaurant?
Actually, it's the story that Cyrene told us.
Oh?
Even though it's just a story, it holds infinite possibilities and will create many
Vediamo
beautiful
sti eventi un
memories.
po'...
Little Albert
un po'
tell you all
scemi.
about it. First, this restaurant's customers are quite special.
Il
Our
McDonald's.
purpose of opening this place is to serve delicious
Ti
food
prego,
to the little
sono
fairies of the members'
bellissimi.
maze and bring a new lease of life to this abandoned restaurant. In the restaurant, the trailblazer needs to take on the role of a restaurant
Oddio, che
manager,
carino!
run the establishment,
No,
and
vabbè.
win the approval of
È il
fairy
mio evento
customers.
preferito, già ve lo dico.
Also participate in the regular members' maze food review, earn stars step by step, and ultimately become a 4-star Michelin restaurant.
All right. Then what's the style of this restaurant? And what dishes do they serve?
Salutations, dear guests! We specialize in authentic Iscrivetevi haute cuisine. Please take a look at our menu, carefully curated by our native-born chef from Iscrivetevi, which only uses local organic ingredients. Today's special is our fresh lettuce salad. Made with all
Bella.
natural organic greens and paired with our signature
Stupendo.
dressing with a crisp, refreshing taste and a smooth, lingering finish. Our chef who prepared and mixed the salad right at your table, offering you the full ceremonial experience.
Ciao, Lynn,
Salad?
buonasera.
That looks good. What else have you got?
We also have the colorful salad.
Ma tutte insalate
and
sono.
the City salad.
Wait a minute. Why is everything
Ah, io
salad?
Earth House, uguale, stesso
One reason
cervello.
is that Mr. Finan, one of our head chefs, specializes in salad.
Ah, è specializzato in
Another
insalate
reason
lui,
is The
perfetto.
restaurant is still in its early stages, so we're a bit limited on ingredients and
Andiamo
supplies.
bene.
However, as your management level increases, the Trailblazer can unlock more menu items, expand the shop size, and recruit more members. And to meet the customers' demands, the Trailblazer will need
vabbè.
to work with everyone
Fantastico,
to grow various
amo i Così
ingredients
Games.
besides running the restaurant. Our 2 agricultural experts in accent Hyacinth and the helpful field fairies will join forces to guide the Trailblazer through the planning process.
It looks like we won't have to worry about ingredients with Anaxa and Hyacinth around.
Leave it to the professionals. One dare say it finally bears the semblance of a contender for 4 Michelin stars.
Michelin.
Of course, having
Michelin.
ingredients alone isn't enough. As a restaurant manager, the Trailblazer needs to consider many other aspects. For example, the ingredients you grow should match the restaurant's current recommended dishes to maximize operating profits. Leveling up dishes can enhance quality and increase the average spend per customer. Proper staffing in both the kitchen and dining area is essential to reduce customer wait times and increase table turnover rates. Purchasing specific facilities can also boost the restaurant's reputation and attract more customers.
Ti prego, ma guardate com'è
Plus,
carino.
different fairy customers have different personalities and unique dining preferences.
Ma come
Some fairy
corrono?
customers prefer set meals,
C'hanno
while
anche i
others are competitive
cappellini.
eaters doing food reviews who tend to eat a lot more. And some fairy customers try to sneak away without paying.
Oh?
Ah, pure.
Trying to dine and dash. Someone's about to face the judgment of the law.
While running the business, you'll often face unexpected situations that need the Trailblazer's decision-making skills. Running a restaurant isn't exactly a walk in the park. As for what rules the other Christos
E qua ti dà la light.
restaurant, you'll have to discover that for yourself in the game, Trailblazer. All right, after a hearty meal, it's time to get some drinks. In the event old brews and new friends, the Trailblazer will once again show off their skills as a special guest drinksmith at the Dream
Ah,
Jolt
questo è quello
Hostel.
dei drink.
Master Drinksmith
Mi
of
sa che me lo
Panic Coating?
ricordo pure.
Oh, this little one sure is a jack of all trades. Are you going to mix drinks for our monster friends again this time?
Nope, nope. This time, some familiar friends will be dropping by the
È
lounge.
carinissimo.
Each friend carries their own little worries, and the Trailblazer can whip up a magical drink to lift their
Ah,
mood.
è un po'
Delicious
come
and healing all
Coffee,
in one.
Coffee Talk,
Oh,
Tavern Talk,
which
questi
friends will be
qua.
making an appearance?
Io perché
Like
conosco il
Dr.
genere, ci ho
Ratio,
giocato,
who came to Panic
quindi
Coating
ti
to enlighten the
dico
masses,
che so
or
carini.
Director
Cioè, a me
Topaz,
piace
who's
sto stile.
exhausted from dealing
Questi
with
sono gli
Panic
eventi che
Coating's
piacciono a me,
equity
raga.
Or maybe that lovely lady from the Stellar Hunters might pay us a visit.
Oh, I see.
What if the Trailblazer
Sì, sì,
messes
siamo
up and
noi il
can't mix
barman.
the right drink?
Sì, sì. È come Coffee
No big
Talk.
deal. And hey, If you stumble upon a secret recipe, you might just see a whole new side of your
Che tu gli
friend.
devi preparare
Judging by
la
the
roba da bere e
Trailblazer's
loro
nature,
te
they'll
chiacchierano,
probably have an
ti raccontano
accidental
roba,
slip-up.
eccetera.
After serving all the guests, the Trailblazer can invite them back for one more special surprise drink. May this special mixed recipe create unique and unforgettable memories tonight for the Trailblazer and their unexpected guests. That's not all for 3.5, is it, Madam Herda?
That's not all. In version 3.5, I will launch the AI Herda experiment. I digitized portions of my memory and knowledge into data, uploaded them to the space station's encrypted server, and created a digital version of myself. In the Space Station Task Force event, Trailblazers need to train the AI Herda by completing different assignments to obtain assignment rewards.
Ok.
Training an AI Herda? Hello, Chat Herda.
Chat
Don't even
Herta
bother.
invece che
Chat
chat
Herda
GPT.
has rejected your query, citing insufficient complexity.
Hey, wait a sec, I haven't even asked anything yet.
Chat Herda's already trained on your behavioral
Chat
patterns.
Herda.
It's just making predictions.
Ti prego.
All right, as we wrap up this feast, I've got some after-dinner treats for everyone. First up,
Ah, beh, la classica multi.
Nice.
Meno male.
Yay! The Planar Fissure and Garden of Plenty events will also return.
Ah, meno
Complete the
male.
challenges to
Buono,
earn double
buono,
rewards.
buono.
Shape of Siren's Stagnant Shadow will also be available, and you can obtain the Ascension material See Siren's Torn Fin for ice characters upon completing the challenge.
Additionally, in version 3.5,
No, Evento
the feature
Summer,
mentioned in the previous official notice
no.
that allows individual voiceover switching for collaboration characters will be launched. Trailblazers will be able to switch interaction, combat, and idle voices from the current voiceover to the original licensed audio.
In other words,
okay.
you can switch Saber and Archer's interaction and combat voice lines to Japanese while keeping all other characters unchanged.
Ah, solo loro.
Nice!
Va bene.
Finally, Honkai Star Rare will also be joining this year's Gamescom. From August 20th to August 24th this year, Honkai Star Rare will greet everyone with a brand new boot style. Trailblazers, come visit us.
Sì,
and
sì, sì,
get
aspetta
your
che mo
free
vengo
goodies.
a
Stay tuned to our official social media
come cazzo si
channels for more
pronuncia.
details.
Lì. Se mi pagate il biglietto ci vengo.
It's time for us to bid farewell to this feast. Thanks to all
Ciao,
our special
Bushi.
guests for being with us. See you all next time. Bye bye.
Vabbè.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye,
See you next
everybody.
time.
Bello, bello, raga. Stupendo, veramente. Mamma mia. Bello, bello. Mi piace. Mi piace, è molto bella. Molto molto bella. Vi devo dire, vi devo dire. Sì, vabbè, vuota, perché comunque è roba filler, è roba devono riempire il vuoto. Però, vabbè, carina.